Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री मोहनदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Sundarangi Radha Gopidasi from India, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. I would like, please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in correspondence to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as in the fruitive activities Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the chanting of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined?
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining every day and giving your association. Welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, or voice Srila Prabhupada, and Guru Maharaji's my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembled Devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi Pandit, right?
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Mr. Maharaj. This is Shama Guruni Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Syama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your all wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from Melbourne. Thank you so much, Mataji, for agreeing to do the service today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? And Prabhu is here.
Not yet joined, Mataji. And we don't read introductions, so we can chant maybe.
Okay, so we can chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Radhika Vallabha Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 11th chapter, and 34 number text to 40. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association to us. And whenever you are ready, please take over the call. Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My obeisances to
Hare
all
Krishna
the
Prabhu, we are not
assembled.
able to hear you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
My pranams to all the devotees in the Bhakti Sangha conference. We'll begin with the Mangala Charana prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadrayeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminithi Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from the 8th canto, chapter 11. The screen. Verse number
34 onwards.
34 to 39.
34 to 40, that's what the poster says, Prabhuji.
Yes. You recite the shlokas. Yena me purvamadrinam pakshacheda prajatyaye kruto nivishatam bharai patatrai patatam bhuvi. Indra thought, formerly, when many mountains flying in the sky with wings would fall to the ground and kill people, I cut their wings with the same thunderbolt. Tapassaramayam tvashtram vrutro yena vipatitah anye chapi balopetha sarvastrairakshatattvajah sarvastrairakshatattvachah. Vritrasura was the essence of the austerities undergone by Tvashta. Yet the thunderbolt killed him. Indeed, not only he, but also many other stalwart heroes whose very skin could not be injured, even by all kinds of weapons, were killed by the same thunderbolt. Soyam pratihato vajro maya mukto surelpake naham tadadade dandam brahmatejopyakaranam. But now, although the same thunderbolt has been released against a less important demon, it has been ineffectual. Therefore, although it was as good as a Brahmastra, it has now become useless like an ordinary rod. I shall therefore hold it no longer. Iti shakram vishedantam ahavagasharirni Nayam shushkairato nadrair Nayam shushkairato nardhrair Vadamarhati Danavaha. Sukadeva Goswami continued, while the morose Indra was lamenting in this way, an ominous, unembodied voice said from the sky, this demon Namuchi is not to be annihilated by anything dry or moist. Mayasmai yadvaro datto mrutyur naivardra shushkayoh atonyashchintaniyaste upayo magabhanripoh. The voice also said, O Indra, because I have given this demon the benediction that he will never be killed by any weapon that is dry or moist, you have to think of another way to kill him. Tam daivim giramakanya maghavan susamahitah dhyayan dhenamata pashyad ubayatmakam. After hearing the ominous voice, Indra, with great attention, began to meditate on how to kill the demon. He then saw that foam would be the means, for it is neither moist nor dry. Till 39 or 40? One more.
40, Prabhuji.
न शुष्केण न चार्द्रेण जहारणमुचे शिरः तं तुष्टुवुर्मुनिगणा माल्यैश्चावा किरण विभुम्. Thus Indra, king of heaven, severed Namuchi's head with a weapon of foam, which was neither dry nor moist. Then all the sages satisfied Indra, the exalted personality, by showering flowers and garlands upon him, almost covering him. Purport. In this regard, the Shruti mantras say, Apam phenena namuche shira indro dharayat. Indra killed Namuchi with a watery foam, which is neither moist nor dry. Hare Krishna. So, very action-packed episode in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Last chapter and also this chapter describes in great detail the fight between the demons and the devatas. Such a detailed description given by Shukdev Goswami about this particular fight. So one Indra killed many of the demons with a thunderbolt. Namuchi, Bala, Paka, all of them attacked Indra. How they, the previous description described that how when Indra's Airavata carrier got stuck, at that time Matali brought a chariot with 1,000 horses, and then Indra started fighting. So at that time, the three demons, Bala, Paka, and Namuchi, they attacked Indra. One of them attacked the 1,000 horses of Indra. One of them attacked the Matali and the chariot. And the Namuchi attacked Indra. And Indra practically became covered with the weapons released by Namuchi and the demons. So at that time, Indra emerged, and with the thunderbolt, he killed Bala and Paka. But then, when he attempted to kill Namuchi with the same Vajrayuda, he was unable to kill Namuchi with the same Vajrayuda. He was trying to sever the head of Namuchi. But he could not actually, he could not remove the head of Namuchi with the same thunderbolt. So then Indra became astonished. What could kill the most powerful? Vritrasura could not pierce Namuchi's skin. So when thunderbolt repelled, Indra became afraid, and Indra started reflecting upon it. Yena me purvam adrinam pakshacheda prajatyaye. The same thunderbolt previously, I had actually cut off the pakshacheda prajatyaye, had cut off the wings of the mountains. Kirto nivishatam bharai patatrai patatam bhuvi. When the mountains were flying, so at that time Indra cut off the wings of the mountains with the same thunderbolt. Mountains would sometimes fall on the ground and kill the people. So then, in order that the mountains cannot fly, Indra cut off the wings of the mountain. And then he says, this thunderbolt, how powerful it is. Tapas saramayam twashtram. This thunderbolt is endowed with the austerity of Tvashta. By this thunderbolt, I killed Vritrasura, powerful with the austerity of Tvashta. So Vritrasura was born by the austerity of Tvashta. So Vritrasura was endowed with the austerity of Tvashta, but I could kill Vritrasura with this thunderbolt. And not only Vritrasura, Anyecha api balopeta. I could also kill many other demons with this thunderbolt. Sarvastrair akshatatvacha. Many demons whose skin could not be injured by any weapon, but I could kill them with this thunderbolt. So he is mentioning 3 points about the thunderbolt. I could kill the wings of the mountains. Second, I could kill Vritrasura. And I could kill many other demons who could not be injured by any other weapon. But now, Soyam Pratihato Vajro Maya Mukto Surelpake Naham Tadadare Dandam Brahma Tejo Pyakaran. So this thunderbolt is like as powerful like a Brahmastra. And this Namuchi demon is Alpake Asure, is an insignificant demon. But I'm not able to kill Namuchi demon with this thunderbolt. And this thunderbolt is like equivalent to Brahmastra. So therefore, Naham Na Aham Tad Adade. I will not hold this thunderbolt because it has become useless. So when Indra was thinking like that, at that time, the unembodied voice spoke from the sky. This Namuchi Nayam Shushkair Ato Nardre. This Namuchi cannot be killed with a weapon which is moist or dry. So because I have given this benediction that he will never be killed by any weapon that is dry or moist, you have to think of some other. So at that time, Indra started thinking, Tam Daivim Giramakanya. With a great attention, he started thinking. Then he used a foam, because foam is considered neither dry nor moist. And then he killed Namuchi. So, if we see the history of this thunderbolt weapon, how it was made. The sixth canto, when the Devatas were troubled by the demons headed by Vritrasura, at that time the Devatas approached Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu told that you must go to Dadichi Muni. And with the Dadichi Muni, bones you can make a thunderbolt. So Lord Vishnu told that Magavan Yata Badrambo Tadyancham Rishisattamam Vidya Vratatapassaram Gatram Yachata Machiram. Let there be all good fortune to you. I advise you to approach the great sage Dadichi, Rishi Sattamam, the best of the sage Dadichi, and ask for his body. And this body is strong, Vidya Vrata Tapassaram, because of the knowledge, vows, and the austerities he performed. And this Dadichi personally assimilated a spiritual science called the Ashwasira and then delivered it to the Ashwini Kumaras. So the Ashwini Kumaras then became Jivan Muktas, liberated even in this life. So he's giving a slight history about Dadichi. And Dadichi, Dadyan Atharvanas Twashtre, Varma Vedyam Madatmakam, Vishwarupaya Yatprada Twashta Yatvam Adastataha. Dadichi Muni, his body became powerful because of the invincible protective covering called as Narayana Kavacha. The same Narayana Kavacha you obtained from Twashta. Narayana Kavacha is made of the holy names of the Lord. You obtained the Narayana Kavacha from Twashta. The same Narayana Kavacha had made Dadichi Muni's body very powerful. Dadichi Muni only gave the Narayana Kavacha to Twashta, and Twashta's son Vishwarupa, you obtain the Narayana Kavacha. So therefore you go to Dadichi Muni, and when Dadichi Muni awards you his body, then Vishwakarma will prepare a thunderbolt from his bones. And that thunderbolt will certainly kill Vritrasura. because that thunderbolt is invested with my power. Because Narayana Kavacha is made of the holy names of the Lord. Is invested with my power. Then when Vritrasura is killed, you will actually regain your wealth. So when Indra went to Dadichi Muni and then obtained requested Dadichi Muni for his body, those story comes in 6th canto, 10th chapter. And with the bones of Dadichi Muni, Vishwakarma made the thunderbolt. And then Indra started fighting with Vritrasura. Initially, Indra threw a gada at Vritrasura, club. And Vritrasura caught hold of that club very easily. And he threw that club back at Indra's elephant carrier Airavata. And Airavata got injured. Indra fell down from the elephant carrier. Then Indra at that point, he lost his enthusiasm to fight when his powerful club met with failure. So at that time, Vritrasura speaks to Indra to regain his faith and the thunderbolt and use the thunderbolt against him. So Vritrasura says to Indra, Suresha Kasman na hinoshi vajram purastite vairini mayyamogam masamshayishta na gadeva vajraha syan nishpala kripanarteva yachna. So I am your enemy standing before you. Why don't you hold your infallible thunderbolt at me? Amogam vajram. The thunderbolt will not meet with failure like the club. So Vritrasur had a greater faith in the thunderbolt than Indra. Sometimes the devotees they become little slack in the faith and they can become slack in their faith in the holy name. But sometimes the other non-devotees, they may have faith. They may think that if we go, if we go to this Hare Krishnas, then we will have to give up our attachments. We will have to give up our bad habits. We will not be able to do these things. Like that, sometimes they may have greater faith. So Indra lost his faith on the Vajrayudha. So at that time, Vritrasura further says that Nanvesha Vajras Tava Shakra Tejasa Harer Dadiche Tapasacha Tejita. The thunderbolt you carry for killing me has been empowered by the prowess of Vishnu and the strength of Dadichi's austerities. Tenaiva Shatrum Jahi Vishnu Yantrito Yato Harir Vijaya Shri Gunas Tataha. Inspired by Vishnu, kill your enemy with that weapon. And when Vishnu favors a person, he will have victory, wealth, and good qualities. So similar to Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayo Gotir Dhruvanitir Mamima. Here Vritrasura is saying that this thunderbolt is endowed with the power of Vishnu and the power of Dadichi's austerity, Bhagavan and also the Bhakta. Therefore, use the thunderbolt and this will not meet with failure. And then Vritrasura says that aham samadaya mano yatatana sankarshanasta charanaravinde tvad vajraramho lulita gramya pasho gatim muner yam yapavidda loka. So Indra may think that Vritrasur is probably trying to cheat him. So Vritrasura, in order to remove any doubts, in order to remove the doubts in Indra, So Vritrasura is telling his own determination of the mind. He says that just as Sankarshan has said, I will fix my mind at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And I will cut off the rope of attachment towards my body by the force of your thunderbolt. And I will give up the enjoyment of the three worlds and attain the destination of the sages. So Vritrasura says that I am not interested in this earthly kingdom, earthly opulences. But you release the thunderbolt and you kill me. And I will fix my mind at the lotus feet of Sankarshana, and I will attain this spiritual world. I will attain Vaikuntha. I will attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. In this way, Vritrasura was speaking to Indra, inspiring him to use the thunderbolt, infusing Indra with the faith of the thunderbolt. And Indra had used the thunderbolt. But now the same thunderbolt, with the same thunderbolt, is not able to kill Namuchi. But then he gets guidance from the unembodied voice that he has to use some other weapon, which is neither dry nor wet. So one thing we see that for attaining success in any task, three things are required. Bhakti to the Supreme Lord Krishna. And then one has to put one's effort, Shakti. One has to use one's energy. And one should also have employ the right strategy. But the Shakti is given by Krishna only. The intelligence to adopt the right strategy, that is also coming from Krishna only. So, but then three things are required: Bhakti, Shakti, and the Yukti. Like for example, Hanumanji had devotion to Lord Ram. At the same, Hanumanji, when he flew to Lanka to find Mother Sita, he had a devotion to Lord Ram. That was the impetus to serve Lord Ram. But then, sometimes we emphasize devotion, but we don't emphasize putting practical effort to acquire the right resources. In the name of devotion, one can go into the mood of tamoguna, one can become lazy also. We see the same Samudra Manthan episode. Indra, the Devatas, they consistently took shelter of the Lord. At the same time, they had to constantly put effort. They had to participate in the churning of the milk ocean. And then even after getting the nectar, the Lord Vishnu helped the Devatas at every stage. But after getting the nectar, they had to fight with the demons. And this fight is only described in the previous chapter and this chapter. Very intense fight. So they took shelter of the Lord, but at the same time, having bhakti to the Lord does not mean that not putting practical effort to acquire the right resources to execute the service. So Hanumanji, he also had the resources. Apart from devotion, he also had the right resources and he also employed the right strategy. When he found out Sita, he found out that how Lanka, the kingdom of Ravana, appeared as a part of his study for his future attack. He studied Lanka properly so that it will be helpful for the future attack on Lanka. So therefore, Hanumanji, he had the Shakti, he had the Bhakti, And he also employed the right strategy, yukti. And therefore he became successful. So therefore, we need the culture of devotion. We need the resources to execute a particular service. And we also need to employ the right strategy. So even, for example, when Bhima's fight with Jarasandha. Bhima was fighting with Jarasandha. The fight went on for 27 days. It appeared that this fight is going to be, it will be a never-ending fight because nobody was winning. Both were equally powerful. So at that time, Bhima surrendered to Krishna. Helplessly, I don't know how to defeat Jarasandha. Please, you show the way. So Bhima had employed his complete Shakti to fight against Jarasandha, but he was unable to win Jarasandha. So then he surrendered to Krishna. He exhibited his bhakti to Krishna, and Krishna gave the strategy, right yukti, how to kill Jarasandha. Krishna took a piece of wood and then he broke open the hood from the middle and then he indicated this is how you should kill Jarasandha. So in that shloka also, the particular word comes, Amoga Darshano. Amoga Darshana means the Krishna who had infallible vision. He gave the right strategy to Bhima how to kill Jarasandha. So therefore, that we see here also Indra definitely displayed his bhakti to the Supreme Lord. That is what we saw in the Samudra Manthan episode of the Devata surrendered to the Lord. And then, by the mercy of the Lord, they got the nectar and then Indra became powerful. Indra had the resources. He got the Amrita and he had the resources of thunderbolt. But then, right strategy is required. For this particular demon Namuchi, this Vajrayuda is not going to work. So now the unembodied voice, the Supreme Lord, through this unembodied voice, is actually inspiring, is giving the particular way to kill Namuchi. So therefore, that these three are important: Bhakti, Shakti, and Yukti. So we see in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the various episodes, one theme which comes in many episodes is the importance of the right guidance. Importance of the guidance at the different points in the life. So sometimes a person is absorbed in the Rajoguna, and then one is carried away by the anger. Sometimes a person is absorbed in Rajoguna, and then because of the absorption in Rajoguna, one is getting carried away. So at that time, the Lord or his representatives come and guide that person. Dhruva Maharaj was fighting with the Yakshas, and he got carried away by the anger. At that time, the Lord sent Swayambhu Manu to give instructions to Dhruva Maharaj to stop him from fighting anymore. We see the Prachetas were burning the trees, and they were excessively burning the trees. At that time, Brahma or Soma came and stopped the Prachetas from excessively burning the trees. Or sometimes a person can be absorbed in the Sattva Guna also. Arjuna, because of getting carried away by the weakness of compassion, he was not willing to fight the battle. At that time, Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to inspire Arjuna to fight the battle. Asthana Sneha Karunya Dharma Dharma Diyakulam Partham Prapanna Muddishya Shastra Avataranam Kritam. Arjuna has misplaced his compassion. He exhibited affection towards those people who don't deserve it. He showed compassion towards those people who don't deserve it. And then he considered Dharma Yuddha to be Adharma. These were the three mistakes of Arjuna. But then what was the plus point of Arjuna? Partham Prapannam. He surrendered to Krishna. And therefore Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. So we see that sometimes a person can get it carried away by the Sattva Guna, or sometimes a person can get carried away by the Rajo Guna. And both cases sometimes, because the modes of nature can distract a person from the higher transcendental goal, because all the three modes bind a person. In the episode of Prithu Maharaj, when Indra was repeatedly coming and stealing the horse, the dress of a sannyasi, Prithu Maharaj, he became very angry. He went to kill Indra. So at that time, the Brahmanas told that you don't kill Indra, we will chant mantras and then we will make Indra fall into the sacrifice. We will kill Indra. So Prithu Maharaj became absorbed in that Rajoguna, and then he was about to kill Indra. So at that time, Brahma comes and advises Prithu Maharaj. And Brahma says that you understand that you are not destined to perform the 100th Ashwamedha Yajna, because you are only destined to perform the 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas. This is the destiny. And when you go against your destiny, then you will actually go into the more deepest, you will go into the deepest region of ignorance. So Brahmaji stopped in Prithu Maharaj at the right time. So in that way, we see various episodes in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahmaji telling Prithu Maharaj. Or in the 5th canto, we see in the Bhagavatam that Priyavrat Maharaj was determined to continue his vow of celibacy, living in the ashram of Narada Muni. But at that time, Swayambhu Muni, especially Lord Brahma came. Lord Brahma came and advised Priyavrat Maharaj that it is the Lord's desire that you should become the king. So Priyavrat Maharaj was somewhat attached to the Sattva Guna, or he was more attached to the sense that living in the ashram of Narada Muni. But Brahmaji came and told that you have to become the king, that the desire of the Supreme Lord. So here also, Indra is absorbed in fighting, and when his thunderbolt did not reach could not actually defeat Namuchi, then he felt that I will reject the thunderbolt. He could not find any means. So at that time, the right guidance was required. So therefore, we see that even great personalities at different points in life, everyone needs a guidance, however great they may be. Here, Indra is needing a guidance. Srimad Bhagavatam itself, how the Srimad Bhagavatam took birth. Vedavyasa, after writing all the Vedic literatures, still he felt despondent, he felt dissatisfied. So at that time, he approached his spiritual master Narada Muni. The Prabhupada says that even the greatest erudite scholar could not find out the root cause of his dissatisfaction by one's own effort. The Lord himself in his incarnation as Vedavyasa is demonstrating that. And the Narada Muni came and gave guidance. Bhavata anudita prayam yasho bhagavato malam yenaivasauna tushyeta manyeta darshanam kilam. Yatha dharmadayascharta munivaryanu kirtita na tata vasudevasya mahima hyanuvarnitaha. You're not, to the extent you gave importance to dharma, artha, kama and moksha in your different literatures, to that extent you are not glorified the path of pure devotional service and the glories of the Supreme Lord and the pure devotees. That is the root cause of your dissatisfaction. So therefore, we see that guidance is required at different points in life. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself demonstrated that he went to Ishwarapuri and asked Ishwarapuri, what kind of mantra you have given me? What kind of mantra you have given me? Since the time I started chanting this mantra, I am getting all these ecstatic symptoms. I don't know what is happening to me. So Srila Prabhupada says that one should not think oneself to be independent of the spiritual master, even if a person has reached the stage of ecstatic platform. Even if a person is experiencing ecstatic symptoms, one should not think oneself to be the independent of the spiritual master. So therefore, guidance is very important. According to Niti, Bhartrihari's Niti, he says that Daurmantyar Nripatihi. A king is ruined by the wrong counsel, wrong guidance. So here, because devotees like Indra, they are surrendered to the Lord is giving the guidance at the right time through appropriate persons. The guidance can come through various different ways actually. But once a person is surrendered to the Lord, even though a devotee sometimes may fall astray, but the Lord gives the guidance through some people or other. So the importance of taking guidance from the right people is very important. So many times people, because of having the wrong guidance, the right guidance is there, but they are not willing to take the right guidance. And they are eager to take the wrong guidance. One devotee, Mataji, was saying that her son, how they are from Vaishnava family, but then she was saying that how her son is becoming more atheistic person, least interested in any spirituality. She said, whenever I just go near him, the son feels like, why are you sitting next to me? Like that. So she was telling with very great regret. So somebody wants to give the right guidance. Somebody is genuinely concerned about the welfare of the person. But the other person considers the well-wisher to be not a well-wisher. The other person is thinking that, oh, whatever you are speaking about Gita, Bhagavatam, or any of this culture, practices, one has become averse to it. Actually. So oftentimes, right guidance is there next to us, but the person is not willing to take that guidance. One thinks that well-wisher to be like an enemy or unimportant. And then one mistakes the wrong guidance. With a true well-wisher. Somebody is the different ideas coming from the media or the movies or different other circles. One thinks them to be like the well-wisher. Therefore, it is very important to have the right guidance. Vamanadev told Bali Maharaj, Vachastavaita Janadeva Sundrutam Kulochitam Dharmayutam Yashaskaram Yasya Pramanam Brigavas Samparaye Pitamaha Kulavruddha Prashantaha. Vamanadev told that you are indeed exalted because your present advisors are the Brahmanas from the Bhrigu dynasty. For attaining prosperity while living in this world, you have the advisors in the form of the Brahmanas from the Bhrigu dynasty. And you are exalted because you also have advisors in the form of the Prahlad Maharaj, the great Mahabhagavata, the peaceful devotee, and who is guiding you in the path of devotional service. Therefore, guidance is very important. That guidance is appreciated by Vamanadev. There is a Niti Shataka, Niti Shloka which says that Ekam Visharasam Hanti Shastre Naikascha Vadyate Sarashtram Saprajam Hanti Rajanam Mantra Viplavaha. So by the poison, only one person dies. By the weapons, also by using the weapons, one person may die. But due to the incorrect decisions by the king, coming from incorrect advisors, wrong advisors, the entire nation can get destroyed. So therefore, it is very important that the kings should have the right guidance. And this is emphasized in many places in the Bhagavatam. For example, when Angira Rishi came to Chitraketu Maharaj, Angira Rishi told that he inquired about Chitraketu Maharaj. When he asked Chitraketu Maharaj, he said that a king is always protected by 7 elements. His instructor, his ministers, his kingdom, his fort, his treasury, his royal order, and his friends. It applies to everyone also. So oftentimes we think our protection only in terms of the bank balance or our friends, our house. But then the right advisors, the right guru, the right friends, they are also the protectors of a person. So Chitraketu Maharaj is actually, the Angira Rishi is telling about this to Chitraketu Maharaj. There is a description in the Ramayana about how Darshath Maharaj had 8 kind of ministers who would advise Darshath Maharaj in different aspects of the administering the kingdom. How to conduct the financial matters in the kingdom. How to conquer the enemies. And some other minister would advise that after conquering the enemy king, how to consolidate your victory over the enemies. And then how to handle the rebels within the kingdom. How to execute different policies in the kingdom. Like that, different decisions. For the different decisions, different people would give guidance. His ministers were named as Artha Sadhaka, Vijaya, Drishti, and Sumantra, Mantrapala. Like the different kinds of ministers, they would give guidance to Dashrath Maharaj in different things. And Kamsa, if you see Kamsa, Kamsa was ruined by the bad advisors. Kamsa, after seeing the 8th child as Durga, Kamsa became somewhat pacified. He released Vasudeva and Devaki. But then there were other ministers. They advised Kamsa. They told Kamsa they inspired Kamsa to kill all the recently born children. And Kamsa, on hearing these wrong advice of these people, then he again resorted to the violence. He again decided to kill all the newborn children. Yevam durmantribik Kamsa saha sammantriya durmatihi brahmahimsam hitam mene kala pashavruto suraha. Having considered the instructions of his bad ministers, Kamsa, who was bound by the laws of Yamaraj and devoid of good intelligence, decided to prosecute the saintly persons, the Brahmanas, the Brahmanas, as the only way to achieve his good fortune. So therefore, that here we see that Indra is given the guidance at the appropriate time. And the guidance would come when a person is regularly taking shelter of the Lord. Even though your devotee may, because the material nature is so powerful, because of the powerful nature of the material world, material nature, even if a devotee falls astray, but the Lord would give guidance through somebody. So at that time, the devotee has to be attentive to hear that guidance coming from the Lord through other devotees or to other people, and then execute that guidance. So like that, there are different examples are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam about this importance of guidance. So I'll stop here. If anybody has any questions or comments. Vidura's advice to Dhritarashtra. Yes, thank you. That's also many examples are there. So shall we end here? No. Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Thank you. I liked the statement you made. Bhakti, Shakti, and Yukti. That's very good sort of information to apply, I think, practically. But my question is that there are moments in our life that we want to seek guidance, but we're not able to get guidance from a person, and we have to make decisions. In that scenario, what should be our strategy so we make a good decision?
We can pray to Krishna with the right intention. Pray to Krishna, and whatever Krishna inspires us, we make the decision and take responsibility for the decision. So many times guidance is also sometimes at that appropriate moment, the guidance may not be there. We may not be able to get. But we have to make the decision based on whatever we heard before by our past experience, by our past training, and take the appropriate decision and take responsibility.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Bala Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. The continuation of that question. This is when you take a decision, sometimes it is unknowable, right? where you're going with that. But still, you have to depend upon Vaishnavas and Guru and Krishna and take the decision rather than to be paralyzed. Right? Can you comment on that?
I am not able to exactly understand. Sometimes while making decisions,
Even though it's not clear to you that we're going in the right direction.
can somebody else explain the question? I'm not able to understand.
How do we know we are going in the right direction? Is that the question, Bala Prabhuji?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. At least first the intention. When we have the right intention to please the Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. With that basic intention, when you are making any decision, that's the first right step. And then when we actually implement a particular decision, when we can also maybe, if it is possible, we can consult some trustworthy Vaishnavas. And sometimes if it is not possible to consult the trustworthy Vaishnavas, we make the decision. But as long as at least we are not distracted from the right goal, right purpose, even though sometimes the result of the decision may not be according to our expectation, but at least the right purpose, the right consciousness is not getting disturbed, right? Then we are going the right direction, and we can also consult other devotees, consult trustworthy people to check whether am I going the right path? Because that's what we see in all these Guru Sadhu Shastra. When somebody is giving the guidance, we can also reflect based on the Shastra also. Based on the Shastra. And trying to see from an overall picture. Sometimes the individual may be looking at one particular angle only. He may be absorbed in the particular aspect. But somebody who is an observer, who is a more mature person, who is seeing overall picture, he may be able to see that aspect which we are unable to see. That is what in all these examples, whether Krishna giving guidance to Arjuna, Brahmaji giving guidance to Prutu Maharaj, Brahma giving guidance to Priyavrat Maharaj, they were able to see those aspects which that particular individual was unable to see. So we may have to take guidance from some trustworthy people. And then what I can think of. Correction. Shall we end here?
You're continuing the statement, I think, and then you said probably distracted.
You mentioned that you continued the statement and then?
No, you were saying, and then I thought you were a chain of thought. You were saying something else.
I mentioned that we can consult with the trustworthy people mature people who can see the overall picture. Because we also have to take sometimes a person, somebody is in a managerial position. Yeah, they may be doing very good services, but sometimes managerial position, they may be able to see only from a managerial perspective, they may give the guidance. So we have to take guidance from somebody who is not into the nitty-gritties of the management, but who has the maturity of the spiritual knowledge, who can see little overall picture. Take guidance from such a person to check whether we are going the right direction. And then take responsibility. Whatever decision we are making, we have to take individual responsibility for the decision. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
We'll end here. Thank you very much for your patient attention. Rantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakti Vrinda ki jai.
Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Radhika Vallabha Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Radha.